Hey everyone, it's Amanda, and today I'm going to be doing my May wrap-up and my June TBR. In May, I only was able to read 4 books, which kind of sucks, but I didn't really read very much in May, to be honest. I just had other things that I wanted to do, I guess. But, yeah, so if I'm looking down at a piece of paper that I have everything written down on, like what I rated everything. The first book I read in May was The Evolution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars, and I read it on the 4th of May. I finished it. It was good. I don't actually own the third book, so I haven't read that yet, but I plan to really soon. Let's see. The next book I read in May was The Vincent Boys by Abby Glines. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars, and I finished this on the 5th of May. It was okay. I just read it because I've had it for a long time, and I do like Abby Glines as an author. But to me, this wasn't her best book that I've read. I've read better ones, so yeah. And then the next book I read was The Vincent Brothers by Abby Glines. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. This one was a little bit better. I honestly don't even remember when I read this. Like, I don't remember what it's about. But I finished this on the 8th of May. So yeah, it was better, but you know, it was still okay. And I read those 2 books because I've had these on my TBR for like the longest time, about a couple years now, so I'm glad I read those. And then the last book I was able to read in May, man, I really did not get hardly any reading done. I planned on getting a lot more reading done because, I don't know, I think I read, how many books did I read in April? Did I really read 8 books in April? Wow, okay. Yeah, I read 8 books in April, and I only read 4 books in May. Okay. Yeah, the last book I read in May, I reread was A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I reread this because, let's see, hold on. I wanted to reread the series because this book came out, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and I bought it recently, and I really wanted to read it. I haven't started it yet, so we'll get to that in a second. So, yeah, it was good. I mean, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars again. That's what I rated it the first time. I don't know, I think I might have actually read it like 3 times. I think this was the 3rd time of me reading it. But yeah, it was good. So yeah, I didn't really read very much after, I guess, the 8th of May, which is really bad. I don't know why I didn't read very much. I just didn't. I mean, I don't know. So the 2 books that I am currently reading, the first book is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I read Cinder. Did I read it? Yeah, I read it in April. And so I got this book. And I haven't really read too much of it. I just read just 1 chapter today so far. And I'm on page 111. I'm on chapter 11. 111, chapter 11. Wow, okay. So yeah, it's really good so far, and I hope to read this and finish this soon. Hopefully in the month of June. Yeah, that's my goal. And then the next book I'm currently reading, rereading, is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I'm listening to the audiobook, and I don't know if this is actually what page I'm on, but apparently I'm on page 170, and I'm in the middle of a chapter. I don't really remember, but okay. So yeah, this is a really big book. I plan on finishing this because I'm listening to the audiobook and reading along with this, so hopefully I can finish this in June. And then the next book So this is kind of getting into my June TBR, except, you know, those two books are also on my TBR, but I'm currently reading them. The first book I would like to read in June is A Court of Wings and Ruin, or Rune, I guess, by Sarah J. Maas. I always used to say Ruin. I don't know if it's Rune or Ruin. But I've actually already read this book, and I wanted to reread it to read the other one. So I have this on audiobook as well, so hopefully I can read this really soon as well and finish it. That's my goal, because these books are really big. And the next book I would like to read is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. Now, this would be the first time of me reading it, and I don't have this on audiobook, but that's completely fine. I don't really care. It's like 200 pages, so I honestly don't care. Plus, I'm not going to waste my money on an audiobook when I can just read the physical book when it's that short. So, that is like 4 books in total. I don't know why I just miscounted. That's 4 books so far. I don't know if I'm going to get to all of these, to be honest. I have like 9 books on my TBR. So, yeah. This next book I would like to read is November 9 by Colleen Hoover. I've read 2 of her books. I've read Ugly Love and I don't remember what the other one is called, to be honest. I don't remember. But, yeah. I really want to read this book because I've just been wanting to, and I love Colleen Hoover. It's just, it sucks because this is the only Colleen Hoover book that I have on my TBR right now, and so if I read this, I would want to get another one. So yeah, I can't really do that right now since I don't have a job, but I do have a job interview tomorrow, so hopefully I get it. I'm so excited. The next book I would like to read is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. This is actually a signed copy, if you can tell, which is pretty awesome, but I'm sad that I haven't read this yet, and I've had this for like a year and a half probably now. But yeah, that's the sign, the signature. Why can't I talk today? I can't even, like, that's the sign. No, Amanda, that's the signature. I'm blonde, in case you didn't know. But yeah, I read everything probably about a couple years ago, and I wanted to read this when I got it, but I didn't end up doing that. Hopefully I can read it this month or in July. I would love to. So yeah, the next book I would like to read, I don't know if I should read it because I don't really want to get into another series when I'm already in a bunch of series right now. I'm currently reading a bunch of them. I would not like to start another one, but I would like to read this anyway. It's Defy by Sarah B. Larson. Now, I got this probably like a year ago now or something. My friend and I did a video on it when we went to Second and Charles. So I would like to read it because it's honestly really interesting to me. So I just don't own the rest of the books, which really, really sucks. But hopefully I can find like the second book at Second and Charles as well. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be reading this. I might not. The last 2 books I would like to read, since they're really short. The first one is Speak by Lori Halse Anderson. I got this at Second and Charles as well. I've heard a lot of good things about this. That it's kind of, I don't remember what it's about, but I guess it's a really impactful story. So yeah, I would like to read this one as well. Since it's, let's see how many pages it is. Can we get to the page number, please? It's around like 190 something pages, so it's like less than 200, which is awesome. And the last book I would like to read in June is The Smell of Other People's Houses by Bonnie Sue Hitchcock. I don't know really anything about this, but I know that Books and Lala had this, and I think she read it, so I would like to read it. I have actually started this book. I only got to page like 2, but I would like to actually try to read this month. We will see. So yeah, that was my May wrap up and my June TBR. I'm sorry that I didn't do a May TBR. Last month I just kind of was going to, but then I just didn't. I don't know why. I think I had a lot of other things to do that day when I filmed my April wrap up. So yeah, that's why I didn't do it. I'm sorry. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what you read in May and what you would like for me to read in June. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.